myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Me, myself, and that's all I got. I think I know. I touch that fire for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify.
Squad, y'all already know why we are here, okay? Y'all already know why we are here. No need for a long introduction. We are here to discuss something that's very near and dear to me, something that is very important, and that is what goes on top of my head. My beautiful headpieces are very important. They have to meet a certain standard. And with that being said, we're going to jump right into this wig review brought to you by Beauty Forever.
Tell me how this had you seen her. It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen her hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girl I wanna meet her. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Let the girl say, excuse me, miss. Oh, yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say, oh. Are you trying to leave? Miss, I said I dance with you. How I love you, keep you here with me, yo, baby. Now so they grab hold of my hand and let's pretend the flow is ours. You say you don't really dance.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it, and don't pretend like you don't. This was super easy to install, okay? All I had to do was put it on my head, adjust the adjustable straps, secure the comb so it fits nice and snug on my head, and look, voila. And I did comb some hair over to this side, kind of like the comb over method, but look at this pattern. Look at this pattern. It is nice and thick and soft. It screams beachy. It screams summer. It screams you need one of these. Now let's get into how versatile the wig is. All right, y'all, I am absolutely loving this unit. I really am. I love the curl pattern. I love the density. I love the versatility. And the beauty about it is you can change the headband to whatever headband you want to coordinate with what you have on for the day. So I elected to put this animal print headband on since I got my little nude shirt on. And I pulled the unit up into a high ponytail, and it's giving nice and cool since it is hot outside. And I can run my errands for the day. Super cute. Before we get into our next style, let's add some water and mousse to the unit to see if it can make the texture of the unit more defined, beautiful, and fluffy. Alright, y'all, so this is technically style number 3, okay? If we count that you can leave the house with just throwing the wig on your head and it looking beautiful as is straight out the bag. Then we did a high ponytail. Now we got a half up, half down. I left 2 little curly pieces out, like a little bang situation. So cute. This is very, very cute. Like I told y'all, y'all need one of these. Y'all need one of these, and I'm gonna tell you how you can get one. Just calm down, hold the phone. All you have to do is head over to the description box, click the Beauty Forever link. It's gonna take you straight to their website where you can purchase this headband unit, but they have a plethora of units on the website. So make sure you browse everything they have, add all your items to your cart, and use whatever discount code they have to save yourself a little coin prior to checking out. And your wigs will be on their way to your door. So yeah, head over to the description box. Now let's jump into the vlog. Good morning, my beautiful squad. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, it is Monday morning. I am up early because I need to take care of a lot of stuff on today, okay? But I am sitting in my car. I'm sitting in my car. I've been out here about 10 minutes trying to process my thoughts of, you know, everything that I do need to take care of today. I've said my morning devotional, some positive affirmations, and I am just really a whole ball of emotions. I'm excited. I'm nervous. The week has finally come. This is travel week. I am going to Paris, France. And when you look at TV and you see these beautiful places, and you write down places that you want to go, I just never knew it would come this fast. I put it on my vision board in January. So I did know me and the Most High was going to work this thing on out. Okay, we was going to work this thing on out together where I would be able to go, but I never thought that it would come this fast. I am going to Paris, France. And as a child, I didn't travel much by plane. The only places we would go were places that we can go in a vehicle. We would go to Louisiana because that's where my mom's from. We would go to not Mississippi, excuse me. We driven to Atlanta. We did drive through Mississippi. And I would go with places with my church because I was on the church drill team. So we had competitions in different states and things like that. So I have been to Detroit, you know, different states. But as far as traveling internationally, I have only been able to do that as an adult. And I just can't believe that this has come so fast. Like I said, I'm a ball of emotions. I'm trying to figure out this whole suitcase thing like I always do. Okay, during travel week, I always try to figure out this suitcase thing because 50 pounds in your first free check bag. Okay, and then I get a carry-on and my personal item. And the goal is to get everything that I need in the suitcase for the 50 pounds. Okay, that's the goal. But it's colder there, so you need coats and probably heavier clothing. This is not like traveling to Tulum or Mexico or you know, one of those tropical places where you could just throw a few swimsuits in there and you're really not wearing much of nothing. This is somewhere where you have to actually have on clothes, okay? So this is going to be a lot. Then I have the Beyonce concert, okay? Cowboy Carter tour, which my outfit has cowboy boots, which are heavy. Like, I don't know how we going to do this. Like this, we're going to have to really pray hard, okay? And so it's probably going to be a lot of repetitive footwear. I'm going to try not to take too many coats. Like, I don't know, y'all. But either way it goes, we going to work it out. We going to get it done. But let me go ahead and get my day started. I'll be back. All right, y'all. So I have pulled up at Ross. And against my better judgment, because it is currently thundering, I should have took my butt home. But I'm going to try to run in here and beat the rain to see if they have something that can go on my shoulders. Because I told y'all in Paris it's going to be airish. And I don't own a lot of like blazers, shawls, and things like that. So I'm going to see if they have some cost-efficient clothing in their establishment. And the goal is to beat the rain. Now watch I get rained on. All right, y'all. So I'm in here, and I think this is a wasted trip. They have approximately 13 jackets / blazers, and none of them my size. This one could have been a possible. This one here, however, I got my size. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 jackets / blazers. So we came, we saw. Unfortunately, we did not conquer, and now I'm gonna take my tail home. All right, y'all. So I didn't quite beat the rain, but how did I leave out with 2 bags if there were no blazers and no jackets or no shawls or nothing that I was really going in the store for? But I got 2 bags. Okay, y'all. I just jumped out the shower. I'm smelling so fresh and so clean. Yeah, but I came home earlier after I left Ross, and y'all know it was raining. And I did a little bit of work. I did a little bit of editing, and then I went to sleep. Perfect time to go to sleep when it's raining. And the rain for me just spoils the mood of everything. I do not like running my errands, getting in and out of the car, and it's raining. So I came home, like I said, did a little work, and took me a nap. Then I had to get up and go teach my class at 7 p.m. And now I'm back. And I have began to lay out outfits for Paris. So I got outfits out here on the floor, as you can see. And I'm trying to be spot on when I'm packing with the luggage restrictions and all of that. I'm trying to match my outfits. Like I said before, this is totally different from packing to go to a tropical place because you're just doing sundresses and bathing suits. And this is also different for me because I usually pack the night before I board the plane. But I need to try and be spot on to try and see if I can do this without having to check an additional bag. We'll see. I mean, looking at it, it don't look like I'm going to be successful because it's in the 50s in Paris and I don't even have any coats down here. So I do need to pack, I don't know, maybe a nude coat and a black coat. I don't know. We'll see, but I am doing this early. Like I said, I'm going to match everything. I'm going to try not to overpack. And yeah, we'll see how successful I am by the time I get ready to go to bed. But right now, I'm gonna get back to it, and I'll pick y'all back up tomorrow. Hey y'all, so happy Tuesday. It is a beautiful day outside, and I am still out here on this quest to prepare myself for Paris. And this is really more than what I bargained for. I looked at the weather again, okay? And now the weather has changed. It's gonna be in the 80s, as high as in the 90s on some days. And at night, it's gonna be in the 60s. So not as cold as what it said originally. So now I think I'm gonna have to rethink some of these outfits. And I'm not gonna need no winter coat. I just probably need like a light little jacket or something. But like I said, this is more than what I bargained for because I'm having to rethink outfit ideas. And I put a lot of thought into some of these outfits. Some of them anyway. But let me return this and I'll pick y'all back up. Are you open? Yes. Okay, I just want to make sure.
But I'm trying to figure out, why is our race the only race that talks shit like copycat? Like other races consider it a blueprint or understudy, or I'm going to mentor you to ensure that you are as successful as I am. Because I have, you know, paved the way and I've done the struggle. Everybody doesn't have to struggle like I did, because I have already laid the foundation. So if you can help somebody, help them. So why do we consider it copycatting and everyone else considers it mentoring, or it's a blueprint, or follow my pathway?
I can give my opinion, and I can give my opinion as a black woman. Mm-hmm. I feel like black people get greedy. Black people get not only greedy with money, I mean that is of course at the top of the list, but greedy with clout, greedy with popularity. And we sometimes have the mindset that we don't want the next person to be more successful than us.
Oh, it's a competition.
It becomes a competition on top of the greed. So I mean, that's what I think it is. I mean, I don't know why y'all don't know proper driving etiquette. It's only polite. I let you over. You give me a hand wave or a nod to say thank you. Like, it ain't that hard. But anyways, y'all, happy hump day. It's Wednesday. It is the day before departure. I just got my eyelashes refilled and my left eye is burning a little bit. Woo! It's the day before departure, and I really have to use my time wisely today. I need to stick to my schedule, and it's more of taking care of all of my beauty stuff. I need to get to the nail shop, get these feet done. I need to get my hair done. Yellow Internet needs to get her hair done. So it's just making sure I do all of that stuff before the day ends, because tomorrow, although we do have a late flight, tomorrow I have very minimal time to do anything for myself. Everything is for my mother on tomorrow. She has a doctor's appointment I'm going to go ahead and take care of, and then I want to make sure she's straight before I do head to the airport. So I did look though at Paris weather again. So the weather is going to be a little bit warmer than when I looked at the weather before, so that's good. So I get to put up some of those layers that I have laying out to put in the suitcase, because being in the 50s, baby, I had layers and layers of clothes. A gust of wind and I'm shivering. I am very cold natured. Anemia doesn't make it any better. So yeah, but the weather's going to be a little bit warmer. And then Gina texted me, was like, did you know that Paris sunset is not till 10 p.m.? I'm like, what? That, I mean, can you imagine if our sunset was at 10 p.m.? We could be outside, okay? But anyway, so those are just the little things that I had to pick up the camera and talk to y'all about. I am driving down this one of the many raggedy ass streets in Houston. But like I said, I needed to use my time wisely today. So I'm back. This is the vacation hair. And I just finished helping her get her braids out of that, and we need to drop her off at the braid shop. But this is the vacation hair for Paris. It is a lot different than my typical vacation hair because we are normally headed somewhere tropical. But y'all gave me so many compliments on this style that I had to bring it back for Paris. Yeah, but I am standing here in front of all this stuff that I have laid out on the floor. So my packing technique was a little bit different than usual, and I started earlier than normal. But I have placed everything on the floor with accessories and whatnot, just to ensure I didn't overpack. I do have a couple extra options just in case we have, I don't know, a wardrobe malfunction or something like that. I do have a couple extra options, but for the most part, I think I did fairly well. All of this can fit in my suitcase. My high-end stuff goes in my carry-on because I like to keep that stuff with me. And yeah, only thing now I have to do is small stuff like my toiletries, my hair products, and then I'll be ready to go. I need to download my movies that I'm gonna watch on a plane because this is a 9-hour and 25-minute flight. And speaking of flight, I need to scan in my passport. All right, y'all. So I told y'all today I had to use my time wisely, right? It is 9:09 p.m. and I'm still at the nail shop. I'm still at the nail shop, but everything that I set out to do today, I did accomplish. Promise got her hair done because she'll be going to her dad's house at 10 a.m. in the morning. And then the only thing that I will need to do tomorrow is stuff for my mother. Curbside, washateria, her appointments, then I'm off to the airport. Then I will be saying, bonjour, madame. Comment allez-vous? Oui, oui. Yeah, all that. Okay, y'all, so we back at home. It's time to get to business and I'm tired. I gotta get the suitcase packed. But I went and got my feet done. And this individual did her own nails and feet. She looked down at my feet and both our toes are white. She looked down at my feet. There are the toes. And she says, you can't even tell which one's been done by a professional.
Only because yours is more square.
You said you cannot tell which one is done by the professional. So you basically shot a little slug out there at my feet.
No, I didn't.
You said they both look like they were done by amateurs. That's basically what you're saying.
I said they both look like they were done by professional.
That's not what she said initially. But also,
you can't even tell which one's done by a professional.
You can't tell which one is done by a professional. That's what I said. Anyways.
And you also said that my feet were cute, saying like they were good.
They are cute.
Okay, then why are you saying that like I'm dissing your feet?
You were dissing my feet.
No, I wasn't.
Anyways,
my
I gave, and look at that henna, Lord. I gave this child a nail dryer with nail polishing one Christmas. In her, it was a stocking stuffer. She said, I don't want that, and gave it back. So I put it in the I don't want that drawer, because usually the I don't want that means you're going to come back later asking for a said item that you did not want. Anywho, now she asking me, it's a little cute nail dryer. I think I got it at Five Below or something. Now she want the nail dryer. Talking about, is it for one finger too? Look. Hear that? Nails be dry. Hold on now. Hold on, because this is not yours. Anyways, let me get in here and start putting this stuff in this suitcase. Good morning, y'all. So it is Thursday, and y'all already know what time it is. It is departure day for myself and departure day for y'all internet niece.
See, look, she think I'm greasy. I'm just glowy.
Give it back. Girl,
my forehead's big.
Your forehead's perfect. Anyways, y'all already know where I'm headed. This one is headed to San Antonio, Texas with her dad. And we're about to get some things accomplished before the time truly is for departure. Because I think I got a couple hours to spare. You got about 30 minutes. So, So we'll be back. Well, I'll be back. She won't be back. All right, y'all. So the time has come. I am headed to the airport. And I felt like I was late, but Gina just left the house as well. I attempted to curl one half of my head and then make it to the other, but whatever. But I was just informed by Gina that we are still having issues accessing these tickets. Okay? That's a whole problem for me. A whole problem for me. First of all, when you buy your tickets off of Ticketmaster France, the communication or the verbiage that they give you on your disclosures or whatever you want to call it is in French. I feel like it should be like any other thing. Like when you buy, a desk or something to put together from Walmart, they have various languages inside the instructions. I feel like it should give you the option to select how would you want to receive the communication that comes along with you making a purchase. So apparently, there are no tickets attached to the email to download, and when she goes to her Ticketmaster France account, she can access them. I did pull up, and I'm driving, so it's very minimal things that I can do right now because, first of all, I'm in traffic and I don't want to have a wreck. But I did pull up on Google to see if this was like a common issue or if somebody, you know, may have put some instructions out there. And they do have pickup points. So I did read they had pickup points for people who wanted to actually go and physically pick up a ticket. So I guess whenever we get to France, we're going to have to hit the ground running, trying to figure out how we're not going to miss this concert. There's going to, like I'm saying, there's going to be a whole problem for you, girl. So that's already kind of disappointing, and we ain't even boarded the plane yet. So I was like, let me pick y'all up, because I did not get a chance to pick y'all up while I was running around that house like a chicken with my head cut off. Got y'all little internet niece sent off. She's, like I said, headed to San Antonio. She's going to SeaWorld, and she's also going to Six Flags. So she was extremely excited about that. But like I said, I need to focus on merging onto 45, because it's always backed up, and it's always people who don't pay attention, and I need not be one of them.
Straight to a penthouse, Miami Beach. Yeah, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep.
Alright, y'all, so this is going to be another situation where I'm ending the previous vlog on the same day that I am already currently vlogging, because I didn't end my previous vlog because so much was going on by the time I made it to the airport. So we booked our tickets through Delta, but we flew Air France. Delta is not forthcoming with the information or rules, I should say, that Air France abides by. So when I communicated with Delta, and this is via texting a live agent, I was told I could bring a check bag up to 50 pounds, a carry-on, and a personal item. Upon arriving to the airport, the representative of Air France was like, no, you have to check everything. And I said, well, I don't want to check everything, because in my carry-on, I have high-end items. My glasses, my jewelry, everything like that. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable checking that bag. And it's from a past experience that I had where I was headed to California, and someone went in my bag and took everything of value. They took everything. I arrived to California with only the shoes on my feet. They took everything out of my luggage. And so when I tried to, you know, figure out what could be done about it, they were like, oh, well, if TSA went through the bag, they would leave a little card. They're supposed to, and I'm like, there's no card. Like, somebody really went through my shit and took my stuff. So I was like, I don't want that to happen again. So I always pack high-end things in my carry-on. So me and the lady going back and forth. By this time, she has reached around the counter and kind of pulled my carry-on closer to her so she could put a tag on it. And so I said, well, I just said I don't want to check the bag. So she was like, you have to. And I said, well, why do I have to if I was told I can bring the carry-on and the personal item onto the plane? She said, because the cabins are full. Ma'am, how are the cabins full and we haven't even began boarding? If we have not began boarding, that just sounds stupid. So long story short, the woman had an attitude. Me and her exchanged words. I had to ask for a manager. And I ended up paying $65 to be able to keep my bag, make my check bag an overweight bag by switching items around, because your carry-on and your personal item also have to be under a certain weight. So like I said, that was not in any of the stuff that was told to me via a live representative with Delta or anything that I read. So yeah, that was my situation at the airport. Then we boarded the plane, and it was a hollering baby on that plane, but the flight was good. And that was that on that. But y'all know what's coming next, that travel vlog. So make sure you stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join the squad, so you can see future content that I have coming out. But until then, bye, squad.